Let's talk about Auto AGI, the only agent which I think works properly. Currently, our agent only has two tools. It can read files and write files. We are asking it to add two new methods, one to list files in the current directory and another one to append to the end of files. And it's already at work. It read the file and now it's adding the methods. It tells us that all steps have been completed successfully. And as we see, we have the list files and append. Now we can ask list all files. And it lists, after calling the function, lists all the files in the directory. We can ask it to read a certain file and summarize it. After it calls to read file function on that, it goes ahead to summarize the file for us. After the summary, it stops and waits for more user input. Code for Auto AGI is available at Patreon. Link is in the description. Let's test the Auto AGI with a more complex task. We're asking it to write a class at wikiretriever.py file with two methods, one which retrieves Wikipedia articles and another one which splits it into 1000 character chunks. It has completed the operation. We can take a look at this. And as a matter of fact, it looks like it has done its job. Let's add and call these methods. Let's create a new command prompt by splitting the terminal. Let's execute the script by typing Python wikiretriever.py. And we see that we get a Unicode encode error. This is because the with open statements are not using any encoding check. I'm just going to ask it to read the file and fix any potential encoding errors that might happen. And it's going to read the file and write over it. It has rewritten over the file. And as we see, it has added the encoding UTF-8. Now we can try to rerun the file. And we have downloaded the Wikipedia article and also split it. But however, we have downloaded it with all the HTML elements as well. I am asking it to make a modification so that we are only extracting the text from the HTML elements. And it's going to do the modification for us. It has rewritten the file using Beautiful Soup. Let's run the script again. And this time we have only downloaded the text and we have split the text into 1000 character chunks. However, our text contains a lot of empty spaces and lines. I'm asking it to make a modification so that our text is free from unnecessary empty spaces and new lines. And it's going to do that modification for us. It has modified the file. Let's run the script one more time. And this time we see that our text is more cohesive and it's also split very well. Now let's test Auto AGI even further. I'm going to ask three different instances of Auto AGI to create three mock datasets, 5 rows each about university students in a CSV files, and then create a combined.py file which combines those three datas, and then creates a plot.py file which plots it. So let's see what's happening. As we see, all three of them are working. We are now working on the second CSV file and then moving on to the third one. All three of them are on track currently. I'm just going to do this in real time. They are overwriting each other, but that's fine. We're just doing this experimentally. All the data files are written. Here we are writing the combined.py file here and here. And now the plot.py file. There we go. So all three instances have successfully finished executing this task. We can take a look at the data files. All three of them are written. Combine.py file combines them, and the plot.py file plots them. Other cool features is that you can actually give it commands directly from the command line interface. Reset resets the session messages, so you'll actually be saving tokens when you do this. You can also switch to multi-line input and switch back. In multi-line input, you can actually enter multiple lines of instructions and then just say done. Of course, this is just gibberish, and it's probably not going to understand what we're looking for. And it does say that it asks us to be more clear. Let's reset the last one as well. Remember, in the beginning of the video, we had asked it to write a method which appends to the end of files. Let's just test that. We are going to stress test it a little bit, asking it to create. We're going to ask it first create 5 files as content_1, content_2, etc. Each with a number as their content is 1, 2, 3. And then append to each one A, B, C, etc. in order. So we wanted to create 5 files with the contents of 1, 2, 3, etc. And then after that, append to each one the A, B, C. So let's see what happens. So the first files are being written. So this is just going to go. The second files are being written with number 2. Third one with number 3. Fourth one with number 4, 5. After that, we should start appending. See, now it's appending A. You can actually take a look. Yes, it is appending. We are overriding, obviously, just remember, because we are running 3 instances. But we have appended 3A, so that's good. The reason why we only see 1, because that's a result of writing, and appending actually appends the letters. So all 3 of them are written correctly, it seems. It's just that here it appended, one of them appended uppercase E, and I believe one of them failed. It appended a D, and it didn't finish. So we completed all 3 of the tasks with 95%. The most important part of this code, I believe, is how you deal with each responses when GPT responds, because function calling GPT, when it's function call set to auto, can respond with a regular message, and also with a function call, and also with both. So you just have to determine exactly what you want to do here, as you see. For example, if I have no steps remaining, I break, and if we don't have a function name but a regular response, then I break and go back to taking user input. So all of this, how you want to deal with it, is up to you, and how automated you want to make it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. As a final note, I just want to remind you that you can search and watch all my videos at echohive.live. Link will be in the description. You can also find the code download links to all my projects.